iconic. Sipping on a gin and tonic, got me going off when I'm on this topic, yeah. If I ever play, I want it. You know that I'm always honest. Stay away from those who are toxic. Keep them out your face, no way, you don't want them, yeah. Don't try to drain my energy. The enemy is everything. It's mentally, unhealthily, spreading like a rare disease. But I won't let it get to me. I don't need your therapy.
Hey guys, welcome back to the cnjshow, and I got my favorite gin and juice here, and I have my sister NEEK, and we hope that you guys are having a good day. Today, let's get on with this topic, reckless. Reckless is a person that do not care about their actions. They do not see the consequences. It doesn't faze them. So, basically, that means that anybody or anything that's standing in their way at that particular point in time is going to get it because they don't care. Now, I say this to say this. Do you guys feel like they should not ban rap or hip, not ban it at all, not to ban it, but should there be a background check on some of these rappers that are in gangs? And the reason why I do say that is because of this. Now, I know that rest in peace, Duck passed and Lil Von and all, they have passed. And the thing is, when you hear someone say, oh, somebody just died or they just passed, it's going to hurt, it's going to hit you, and it's going to do. Now, I went on YouTube and I seen this video with Duck literally fighting for his life. I mean, he's fighting for his life. He's moving, his body is going through so much, and this man is on this ground fighting. At that point right there, and I do understand we have to all be able to realize, like, listen, we have beef. Everybody gonna have something, especially if you are African American. We label everything. Now, I don't know how this person where you grew up at or whoever, but we would give our streets, our neighborhoods names. And back then in the day, it used to be this thing with the high schools, Haitians and Americans. Like, it was just separate. You don't go on that side, we won't go on this side. Then it changed. Now, the thing with this is this. It's okay if you gonna have beef with somebody, because we already know something is gonna happen. You're gonna get into it with somebody. But I don't know if I just seen too much of these videos and it got me really thinking, and I have no clue. But the amount of disrespect, I honestly have not seen that. The amount of disrespect, coming from both parties as far as the gangs with, the oblocks and the other names and the disciples and all these people, and the names, the respect is not there. I mean, when it gets to a point where you don't care if someone is with their child, that's different. It's a different. When they pass, if the person pass, and I understand, because let's just be real here. If you hate somebody and you're out to get that person, if they pass, of course, you can't, be mad about it because you hate them. But I think that it's very disrespectful. It's just ruthless. If someone do pass and you make songs about it and you're saying, ha, 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 that's what you get. I'm glad he did. You died. I guess you would be the duck, huh? Just everything, all of that stuff, and it's crazy because in like I know, like I just said, in Chicago, It's a lot going on. It's a lot going on. And one thing that, I feel like it really does bother me, because I seen that video and I just like, it was just too much. And to think that here it is, you go to the store, it's innocent bystanders, and innocent bystanders, had to take a fall for a group of men, well boys, and I guess a guy, from taking the fall because you hate duck so much. And he knows this and all this other kind of stuff was happening, which we do know. If you live by it, you're going to surely die by it. And it's that we can't get over that, because that's going to happen. But what happened to respect? Like, this is not the very first time, gangs was invented. This been out since like 1820s, 1830s. There were gangs. There were, kings, and they're this, but these people knew with respect. I can say, and you guys can say this from back then, when we had Tupac and Biggie and all the rest of that stuff. Maybe we'll throw out a little bit of this here, a little bit of that. Then we heard Tupac would hit him up. I ain't know what to do when I heard that song. I mean, it just fitted with everything. But that's about it. I mean, it never really got serious the way that this is. And the problem with it is you have kids. These guys are 13 and up that's doing the killing. And if you grow up around that type of environment, we already know the younger you are, the reckless you are, because you don't care. You got time. You got to act your age. That's what you're going to do. But these babies are dying. And these people is dying. It's just like, okay, what's going on? Like I'm trying to understand the whole gang thing. We live in the same neighborhood. We got the same thing. Your house look like my house. If your house is dirty on the outside, mine may be dirty on the outside. If it's only one corner store here, you got to go to that corner store. If it's just one park, whatever, we live in the same neighborhood. You probably is just a street over or two. So why do we not like each other? Just because we want to say, oh, I'm the green team and you're the blue team, so I ain't gonna like you. Okay, that's cool, but what about the respect? Why don't we have that? And it's like, I don't want to hear, I'm sorry, I don't want to hear another man that's African American. I don't even want to hear what he got to say, and I'm being honest. I don't want to hear another man speak on anything that a woman have to do, should be doing, and who should be doing what, until some of these men start being active in their whole entire family's lives. You're having these kids, and guess who's raising them? It's only the woman. And the grandmas is raising me, and that's it. And there's no structure, there's no nothing. Because if a child feel like a gang is better, they're gonna do what they need to do anyways, because you can't tell kids nothing at a certain age. But if they had a role model, as far as in, this is my dad. My dad is like, he done been there, done that. We're living decent, and we can't. This is like, it's not. This is not good. And that's not to say, like, listen, you could be in a gang, you could be in a group, you can be whatever. I truly feel as if some of the old time rappers, even down to P. Diddy, that's another topic, but even down to with him, there's protection. There is. You go into a city, these people, but they know how to maintain. Snoop Dogg, but they know how to, like, okay, listen, I ain't gonna step on your toes, you don't step on mine. It got to be something serious. It just can't keep being, I just don't like you, and the gun is around, so I'm gonna use it, and that's it. And the reason, I mean, a lot of stuff is going on, but it's just sad. Now, one thing that I can say that I did see Dirk on his Instagram when he did say that, of course he said that he is living every single day, and he know a lot of people hate him. He have done a lot of bad, evil things, and he know that. Now, he said that when he was on Vlad TV, but then he also said on his Instagram he would never go and take a man's life if he see that they were around their kids. He would not do that. And he also said, like, you know what? All the shooting and everything that we're doing, honestly, it shouldn't even be going on. Half of everybody is doing this stuff, and it's no really reason. And you can do better than that. So at that point there, I see this man talking about that. And for him to probably even say that, knowing the kind of environment that they're surrounded by and the things that they are doing and all the rest of the stuff, that really came from a heart of growth in having kids, having a daughter. You got your 3 sons, you got your mom, and if you're in a relationship, you start to understand that it's more to life than just I'm in a gang and I want to get all of these stripes and tattoos and I just want to just kill some people and just do all this stuff, like it's just so much to it. Now the thing would be this: for me, should these record companies and these labels, should they look deep into the situation before they sign on a person? I mean, let's just think about it for a quick second. If we have to, we want to work somewhere and to get better or whatever job, even if it's the crappiest job in the world, you have to take a drug test. And now they even had this thing where certain jobs you're going to get hired depending on if you got credit. And then with certain things, you can't be in this society or association. You can't be in this community if you have done certain things, down to the Masons and everybody else. It's just a way that you do things. Now, do you think if the record label looked and said, okay, you know what, you got issues, that's fine. The image is there, however, you can rap, you can do whatever. But if your life is, you're in a gang where it is reckless, ruthless, you don't care, you're singing songs, you're on social media, you're laughing because you just killed their friend and they just killed this person, and then the cycle is gonna go back 2 days later, and then at the funeral you're shooting up the funeral, like all of that kind of stuff. I'm sorry, should these record labels still get this artist to be on their team? I mean, or should they think bigger? Because looking at it, a lot of those Chicago rappers, looking at a lot of them, they started off when they were young and YouTube had just kind of like came out. So whether it was like, I think YouTube or Snap or whatever it was that was out, where they can make little clips, show this, it's almost as if it encouraged them even more to really stand for their gang. And if that is the case, like, how do you guys feel about that? Like I said, we all get into things. That's just going to happen. We can't avoid certain things. People just ain't going to like you. Sometimes they're just not like you. But should there be rules to it? Should these companies start really thinking like, no, listen, if you acting like this, you can get mad with me if you ain't making no sales and I drop you. Or you can get mad and bring the people way up in here to in the studio and kill up everything and shoot up everything. I mean, it's just like, I just, guys, just what do you think about it? But listen, we're out, and again, like I said to these men, grab a hold to your sons if you're in their life. And if you ain't in their life, you ain't got no money, or deadbeat dad, however you want to call it, still, grab a hold. I don't care what the mama say. Grab a hold to your son, get his hand, get his phone number, and you just try to just talk. I don't care if you got to talk to him every day. We got to teach our kids, man. It's more to life than saying I'm about that life. Like, no, you're about what life? You ain't got to be scary, but let's not keep letting a tool do the work for us. You can't be much about that life because it's just a tool doing it. It don't take a lot. A 5-year-old can shoot a gun, but it's when it's in your hands how you choose to do and how you choose to step. Like it's just crazy. And I don't know if this is. I mean, this is not good. I know. Instagram took Boosie off. Like, no. Do you think record companies should be able to do some of this stuff? And that's it. And again, guys, please, let's start teaching our kids. Females too. Because I mean, look, she got into some stuff. Females too. That's it. Leave your likes, comments, and all the other kind of stuff. And say how you feel about this, because I honestly cried seeing this man on that floor. It's just seeing him and shaking and trying to press, and then the way Chicago is, it's that they see this stuff every day, and honestly, it's like the freaking they was there. The EMTs is like, y'all there, but y'all just standing there like y'all don't know what to do. Like literally, they were just standing there. It's like, okay, so now y'all here. Are you gonna get them? Are you gonna get the people? Like, I don't even know what they were doing for the whole time they was there. I don't even know what they were doing. I'm seriously, I don't know what they were doing. It seemed like they were just standing around like, listen, maybe this is the one that probably something should happen, so let's just linger around a little bit, because the only thing I've seen is like 10 to 12 EMTs, but it's like they were just standing around. I don't know what they were doing. But anyways, guys, do what you need to do. Stay in your kids' life. Let's just teach them, man. It's more to being black than just having a gun and being in a gang, and that is for any race.
Sipping on a gin and tonic, got me going off when I'm on this topic. Yeah, if I ever play, I want it.